Hamiltonians, Hamilton Kilty Bees fans, hockey fans, how we all doing? I'm your man, Kyle Outridge. This is the Junior Hockey Talk Podcast, the home podcast for your Hamilton Kilty Bees. Look forward to bringing you guys the new Buzz Report every week. Let's get right into it. Let's go. The Hamilton Kilty Bees fans, what a game they gave us on Monday night down there at the Hive. The Kilty Bees had a tough division matchup against the strong St. Catharines Falcons, a team who came into this game only one back of our Hamilton Kilty Bees in the standings. Monday night was a back and forth battle for both teams. Hamilton came out putting the Falcons on their heels for majority of the period. But those Falcons happened to get that late goal with under a minute left in the period to make it 1-0 heading into that first intermission. The Bees, they looked like they were going to be a strong team. Cal Shaw was in the net looking really good for the Bees early. They got that late goal that, he didn't really have much chance on. And it looked like they were going to come out in the second really hungry and really come out after these Falcons. And the second period was a seesaw battle. Most of the period seen our Bees pushing them around, but the Bees did take a tripping penalty halfway through, and they capitalized, those Falcons did, on that power play. They made it 2-0, and the Bees were now in a hole. A late goal with less than 2 minutes to go made it 3-0 for the Falcons heading into the second intermission. We caught up with Kilty Bees team captain Tanner Bernecki between those periods to see what he thought about the Kilty Bees and their game going forward. So I'm here with team captain of your Hamilton Kilty Bees, Tanner Bernecki. Tanner, after the first 20 or 40 minutes of play, what are your keys for the next 20?
They're using a lot of speed against us. We're getting hemmed in our own end a little bit, but they're stepping up hard. We just got to get the puck out of our own end and capitalize when we get chances.
Sounds good. So you've been on a tear lately with the points and everything. What's been the keys to your game personally?
Just keeping it simple. Just staying in my comfort zone, doing what I've been taught how to do. Again, capitalizing when you get a chance, get the looks.
All right, Tanner, I won't keep you. Good luck the rest of the way. Go Bees.
Thank you.
Cheers, bud. A great interview there from team captain number 7, Tanner Bernecki of your Hamilton Kilty Bees. And his Kilty Bees teammates and him, they really responded in the third period. They came out with some jump over their rival Falcons. And Mason Reeves, number 21 of your Hamilton Kilty Bees, he got his Bees teammates on the board. He made it a 2-goal deficit as the Bees were trailing 3-1 after his goal early in that third period. Holden Rogers and Derek Raposo would add the assists on Mason's goal. And it seemed like the boys had some energy after that and we're going to climb right back into this game in the third period, just like their captain Tanner alluded to, playing hard and stepping up on the Falcons. And they came out fast, swung the momentum in favor of themselves, but St. Kitts wasn't having any of it. Evidently, they would quiet the comeback and add that fourth goal on Cal in the third period. And Cal, he had a good game. He stopped 27 of 31 shots he faced in his first loss of the season, a tough one against rival Falcons. The Kilty Bees could not generate as much offense on Monday night as they usually do, or they have prior in their last couple games. Only getting 24 shots in this one, as last week against Welland, they had close to 50 shots in that game, and it was only a 1-0 win last week, but they definitely generated a lot more offense than they did in this one, but rightfully so, as the Falcons are a tougher team, and in my opinion anyways, and it made it a hard-fought game for them. The Kilty Bees now fall to third in the standings and look to regain that spot in their next matchup. This is your Hamilton Kilty Bees Monday night game recap on the Buzz Report, the home of your Kilty Bees podcast. A look ahead for your Hamilton Kilty Bees going forward, and the next game is November 16th in a rematch against the St. Catharines Falcons. That's this upcoming Friday, folks, out in St. Kitts. The second game of this home-and-home series between Hamilton and St. Catharines. This will be the road game for the Hamilton Kilty Bees as they'll face St. Catharines out in St. Kitts, and they'll look to build on that impressive road record that we've built up so far. 7-1, 0-0. Ken Paroff and his coaching staff, John Barrett, Ed Kirsten, Derek Morrison, they've got these boys dialed in on the road, and I know they'll look to build on that impressive record, and these boys will be tuned up, regrouped, and ready to go coming off of the loss against St. Catharines, and they'll be hungry and mad, and they'll want it back, and that's good because we got some big implications in the standings still. We're only 1 point back of the St. Catharines Falcons right now in third place, and they're in second, and we really want to get that second spot back before we come back home on Monday night for our next home game. And that next home game for your info, folks, is Monday, November 19th at the Dave Anderchuk Mountain Arena, 7 p.m. Puck drop the Hive for your Hamilton Kilty Bees. Let's get out, let's pack it in, let's get it buzzing for our Bees. I know they really want to get some crowd support behind them, and I know I'd love to hear that place packed and rowdy, and I know the boys would build off of it. So let's get out there, 7 p.m., Dave Anderchuk Mountain Arena. I'll be there with the Junior Hockey Talk booth all set up. Come on by, have a chit chat. We'll get some interviews done maybe. But anyways, let's get out, enjoy the game, have a good night with the team, and enjoy the atmosphere. Stingers running around, doing great things, getting the crowd pumped up, giving away t-shirts and stuff like that. I know my kids love it. So come on out. Help your Hamilton Kilty Bees, folks. Come out and support. Get out to the Dave Anderchuk Arena. I can't stress how much of great hockey it is, and the boys really love when they got a big crowd behind them. So come on out, support them. 7 p.m. Dave Anderchuk Arena, Mountain Arena, Monday, November 19th. I hope to see you there. Would like to take this moment on the Junior Hockey Talk podcast to thank our sponsors, Bruce Outridge Productions. Check out bruceoutridgeproductions.com and the Hamilton Kilty Bees. This is the home of your Hamilton Kilty Bees podcast. And I think we're going to get into a little bit of a player profile here, folks. And since Tanner was nice enough to take time out during his tough game against St. Catharines to talk with the podcast, I think it's fitting that we talk about our team captain, Tanner Bernecki. January 9th, Tanner was born in Hamilton, Ontario. He's from 5'10", 165 pounds. He shoots left. He's a defenseman, as we all know, our captain. He played as a AAA midget hockey out in Brantford with the 99ers. He had 32 games, 2 goals, 6 assists, 4 playoff games, and he didn't tally him any points. He then went on to play with the Hagersville Hawks in Junior C, playing 40 games, 15 goals, 19 assists for 34 points. He played 7 playoff games, adding a goal and an assist and 3 assists for 4 points. He then started with the Ancaster Avalanche in the Greater Ontario Junior Hockey League, or Junior B, in 2017-18. He played 50 games with the Avalanche, 3 goals, 31 assists, 34 points, 11 playoff games, 1 goal, 4 assists. He then moved over when the Avalanche moved over with the Kilty Bees for this year, and he's been off to a tear, as we've all seen him start off 18 games, 4 goals, 17 assists, 21 points for our team captain, Tanner Bernecki, and he's been leading the way, leading by example, and that's what every coach wants to do, and I'm sure his head coach, Ken Paroff, and everybody else on the staff are plenty happy with how he's been leading his team so far this season. That was a little bit of a player profile there for you. Tanner Bernecki, your captain. He's off to a hot start, and I hope him the best going forward and the Kilty Bees, and I'll be there watching him every step of the way this year. Let's jump into some league stats and the leaders in the league right now. We'll start with the scoring leaders in the Greater Ontario Junior Hockey League, and that starts with Ben Evans of the Niagara Falls Canucks up there with 42 points. Justin Kyle of the Niagara Falls Canucks as well. His teammate is up there with 41 points. Holden Lansink of Listowel is in there with 39 points. Cal Davis of London has 35 points. Dylan Hill of the Niagara Falls Canucks also has 35 points, tied for 4th. And Riley McRae of London has 34 points. And Blair Butchert, he's in there with 33 points. And then it goes down. Bunch are tied at 8 all the way down the standings right now. And let's jump into the league goalie leaders for the Greater Ontario Junior Hockey League. Riley McCabe of Listowel is leading the way. 11 wins, 2 losses, 20 goals against, and a 1.51 goals against average. Zachary Springer of the London Nationals is in there with 10 wins, 1 loss, 22 goals against, and a 1.92 save percentage. And then we got our Hamilton Kilty Bees tandem. Cal Shell leads the way. He's 7-1, 17 goals against, which is tied for lowest goals against in the league right now. A 202 goals against average. Marco Constantini right out hot on his heels. 6 wins, 4 losses, 20 goals against, a 210 goals against average. Jack McGovern of the St. Catharines Falcons, who we faced on Monday night, he's 7-1 now with 18 goals against and a 212 goals against average. Zach Moore of the Niagara Falls Canucks, he's 12 wins, 2 losses, 31 goals against. He's got a 224 goals against average. Rhett Kimmel of Elmira, he's 5-3, 17 goals against. He's tied with Cal, 2.28 goals against average. Matt Warnock, he's from Elmira as well, 6 wins, 3 losses, 24 goals against, and a 2.45 goals against average. And then you got Nicholas Kidd from Pelham and Zach Weir rounding out the top 10 for the league goalie leaders right there. That's your league stats for the Greater Ontario Junior Hockey League and the league leaders. Welcome back to the Junior Hockey Talk podcast, the home of your Hamilton Kilty Bees podcast, The Buzz Report. I'm your host, Kyle Outridge. Let's jump right into some GOJHL standings. How about the Golden Horseshoe Conference where our Kilty Bees play? Niagara Falls leads the way in our conference, 33 points in 19 games. St. Catharines now trails them with 27 points in 17 games played. And Hamilton, our Kilty Bees, are in third with 26 points, trailing St. Catharines by 1. We are only up 1 over the fourth place Pelham Panthers, who are in 25 points. Thorold sitting there with 13 points. Wellands with 10 points. And Fort Erie, who we take on Monday, November 19th, they have 9 points currently, and they're sitting above Lockport, who has 5th at the bottom of the Golden Horseshoe Conference. The Midwestern Conference shapes up. Listowel, they have 30 points. Stratford sitting right behind them, 1 point back and 29 points. Elmira, the Sugar Kings, have 25. The Waterloo Siskins have 24. Kitchener's sitting with 18. Cambridge sitting right there with 15. And then Brantford and Brampton. Brantford has 9 and Brampton has 8 to round out the Midwestern Conference. Then you head out to the Western Conference, and that's running away. London's running away with that one. They got 31 points. The Maroons, Chatham Maroons, 24 points, right behind them in second. The Leamington Flyers have 21 points, and St. Thomas, they are tied with 21 points as well. Sarnia Legionnaires, they have 18 points. Kamoka has 16. LaSalle, they have 15. St. Mary's has 15 as well. And Strathroy rounds out the Western Conference with 12 points. And that's your standing so far for the GOJHL. Well there, Kilty Bees fans, that's a wrap for this episode of Junior Hockey Talk, the home of your Hamilton Kilty Bees, the Buzz Report. I'm your host, Kyle Outridge. Thank you so much for joining me once again. Don't forget, the Kilty Bees are in action Friday. That's this Friday, November 16th. And then we return home to the Dave Anderchuk Arena Monday, November 19th. So come on out to the Dave, pack it in. Let's get it buzzing for our boys. And I know I'll be there. Come check me out at the Junior Hockey Talk booth. But anyways, thank you for joining me on this episode of the Hamilton Kilty Bees Buzz Report. Don't forget to check us out on Twitter at JRHockeyTalk1 on Twitter. Check out our Facebook page at Junior Hockey Talk, or check out our webpage at www.jrhockeytalk.com. We're on there. You can follow everything right from the website, so come check it out. If you want to follow the Kilty Bees website, it's www.kiltybees.ca. The podcast link is on there as well. You can follow it right from that website. So thank you for joining me on this episode of Junior Hockey Talk. I hope to talk to y'all again next week, and hopefully we got a better outcome after our game on Friday night against those St. Catharines Falcons. I'm your host, Kyle. Thanks for joining me. Catch you at the Dave Monday night. Let's go Bees.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.